All right, we got a talking hat. The most painful gym deaths ever. Bro, these videos are actually pretty insane. A lot of these deaths from construction to the restaurant one, bro, pretty insane. But now we got gym. I might cringe a little bit because I don't like watching, well, this is animated, but I don't like watching like when people get hurt, especially at the gym. And that was the one video that really did it to me, bro. There was this guy on the leg press machine, and he was leg pressing like mad weight, but he was going fast. So while he was leg pressing, his legs bent inwards. Yeah, I just wish I had a warning on that, and I didn't, and it just, bro. I seen that video, yeah, bro. That was crazy, but anyways, let's watch it.
Incident. It was the early hours of a Tuesday morning in St. Charles, Missouri. The gym was entirely silent, and it was the kind of silent that only came when the world outside was asleep. At around 2:50 a.m., a young 23-year-old woman would be the only one in the gym finishing what should have been just another workout. She was a paramedic, the kind of person used to helping people, saving lives, and bringing the injured to safety.
Nice.
The woman would step into a Smith machine and rack weight onto its barbell, and then she began squatting it. The only issue was that the weight was too much for her.
Oh my.
In the middle of her set, she began struggling. She tried hard to re-rack the weight, but no matter how hard she pushed, the bar wouldn't go up.
Oh my.
Then, in an instant, her legs gave out. She lost balance and the heavy bar dropped with no fodder to catch it. The machine pinned her down, trapping her beneath the crushing weight. And unfortunately, since she was the only one in the gym, nobody was around to hear or see her struggle.
Okay, this is avoidable. This is such an avoidable death. Like, while I am, you know, RIP, bro. I'm sorry that this happened to you, but I generally do think that was pretty stupid. Because, bro, you should know you always need a spotter. If it's a compound lift, a squat, a bench press, well, a deadlift, you can't really get a spotter. But you get what I'm saying? If it's something with heavy weight above your neck, above your chest, above your shoulders, bro, you need a spotter, bro. And it's like, why are we ego lifting? Like, why are we adding all this weight for what? Lady? Ego? Yeah, I think it is ego. It has to be, because no way, like, you're so, come on, you could avoid that. Like, you're by yourself. There's no one around. Why would you want to, like, load up all this weight? You feel me? Come on. Yeah, anything above you in general. Yeah, that's what I meant, but that's crazy. I feel bad, but I don't, because it's like, really, bruh?
And unfortunately, since she was the only one in the gym, nobody was around to hear or see her struggle. For nearly half an hour, she laid pinned and crushed under the pressure of the weight before another gym member finally walked in and found her. But by then, it was already too late. The member tried to help and called 911, but by the time paramedics arrived, they couldn't do anything for her.
Half an
Her
hour?
co-workers at the Christian hospital remembered her as vibrant, full of energy, and always lighting up the room with her smile. But that promise, that brightness, was extinguished in a freak accident that lasted only seconds.
And she was only
Even in a place meant for health
23. Wow. 23-year-old paramedic blank when machine falls on her at gym. Oh my God. I want to know how much weight does she have? And also she was there for 30 minutes. Oh my God, bro. She's so young and a paramedic. That's actually like, bro, that's really impressive. Like, you really had a good life and you were so vibrant and all that, and you lost it to weights, bro. Damn. RIP.
Seconds. Even in a place...
Yo, bro. You need to get banned, bro. You need to get banned. Full of energy. She died because she didn't have energy left, though. All right. Where was the staff actually? I think because it was a 24/7 gym. Some gyms don't have staff, which is, now that I think about it, it's actually a bad thing. I don't know why nobody was there in the night shift, but some gyms, especially like the more expensive ones, they have like self-service. Like, they literally give you a key tag to the gym and then you just scan it and then walk in. I mean, unless that's what it is. If it's not, then I don't know, but you're right.
Meant for health and strength, danger can hide in plain sight. If you're lifting heavy weights, always remember to bring a partner.
Yes.
There's been a number of times where I've gotten trapped underneath weight without a spotter, but I was fortunate enough to have friendly passerbys help me out.
True.
So even if you don't have a partner to work out with, try to work out when the gym is active and has other people in it. May this woman's soul rest in peace. The leg press incident.
Oh, do not.
8 years ago,
that's fine.
in Vadodara, India, a middle-aged man walked inside of a gym for what should have been a normal workout.
Yeah, okay, this wasn't the clip. because this happened in India. The guy I watched was like a white guy, but bro, he was bench pressing and his legs went us. Bro, your legs not supposed to do that.
He moved from one exercise to another until he finally settled in front of the leg press machine, a piece of equipment built to test and improve raw lower body strength.
Yes.
The man began racking weight onto the machine until it was fully loaded with plates stacked heavy on both sides. Ahmad climbed in, positioned his back against the pad, and began pressing.
Let me bend your
first,
legs.
Everything seemed fine. Surprisingly, as his legs pushed the machine, the estimated 1,000 to 1,400 pounds he was leg pressing actually moved. But then came the moment of truth, re-racking the load. He tried to lock the machine and began struggling. In an instant, his legs buckled. The massive weight came crashing down, snapping his left leg backwards with a sickening crack. The gym floor filled with screams as people rushed toward the mangled machine, the horror of the injury plain for everyone to see. But, by some miracle, the man survived. Nonetheless, the leg press still had done its damage. It had left him with a horrible, gruesome injury, and a lesson that would haunt him forever. Don't ego lift. It's not worth your leg.
Thank you, bro. I was waiting for anybody to say that, because if you didn't, I was going to say it myself. Stop ego lifting, chat. Nobody in the gym cares about you, bro. Now, yes, you might be doing something impressive. They'll be like, damn, bro, like, that's, you know what I'm saying? They might look, but, bro, respectfully, you need to lift at your own pace, bro. He had, what do you say, 1,000 to 1,400? Again, it's impressive, right? You might look and be like, damn, that's mad weight. But I'm gonna carry on with my day. So it's not that, like, I'm trying to be like you or want to be like, bro. Nobody cares, bro. We might find it impressive, but that's it. It's like a moment of, oh, snap. That's cool. Anyways, back to my life. You feel me? So, bro, it's not worth it, man. That's crazy. Now he can't leg press ever. Like, you're done.
The shake incident. It was the end of New Year's Eve in Wales. An aspiring musician and fitness enthusiast had completed his day and decided to finish the night off by preparing a protein shake.
Every time I do bench press, I be making direct eye contact with God. Bro, it's like, please, bro, please guide the way to these reps. Are you funny?
Finished the night off by preparing a protein shake to drink. As you could guess, this was something he had done countless times before. But this time, he would try something new. Because after all, it was New Year's. His friend recommended that he add a specific powder into his shake. And excited to test it out, the man put a teaspoon of the powder into his drink, blended it, and began drinking it.
Oh, is this jacked?
Nothing happened.
Jack 3D or something?
The drink was just a little bitter, and so he sent a text message to his friend complaining about its taste, but other than that, he was fine. Then the man went to sleep to end his night. Unfortunately, he wouldn't live to see the next morning. You see, the powder the man put in his protein shake was just caffeine. But it wasn't the regulated kind that you'd find in your Starbucks coffee. It was pure, raw caffeine. He only put just a teaspoon of it into his drink, which doesn't necessarily sound that bad. That is, until you realize that one of those teaspoons was equivalent to 70 cans of Red Bull. And he just gulped it down in one sitting. The man shot up awake in a cold sweat. Almost immediately, his body began revolting.
What's the math on that?
His heart was pounding violently, his vision became blurry, and his chest began constricting as...
Wait. Why is a store selling that? I understand that it's not regulated, right? But bro, you as a store owner should know what you're putting on your shelves. This man drinking horse tranquilizer caffeine, bro. He drinking that Diddy oil caffeine, bro. How much caffeine is in there? I need the math. I hope he does it. He said 40 cans of Red Bull. Actually, I'll do it myself, bro. How many caffeine in Red Bull can? Terrible sentence. Terrible sentence. 80 milligram. Okay, so an 8 fluid ounce one. Let's just assume it's that one, right? Calculator, chat. Calculator. 80 times 40. We're looking at 3,200, bro. Yeah, you're going straight to God, bro. Unless you were a bad person, you're going straight to hell. That's insane. Funny because the regulated dose is 400 grams of caffeine max. Yes. And by the way, if you guys are going to the gym and you want caffeine, bro, start like small. Like, I don't want to recommend, you know, pre-workout, but like if you're a girl, do like 100 to 150 max. If you're a guy, I think 200, 300 is max, bro. For sure. I only take water to the gym. That's good. Because another thing is, like, you're technically supposed to be getting your energy from your sleep and the food that you take. So If you right now don't take any caffeine, just keep it that way. But I do take caffeine. I do take pre-workout, but it's the 200 milligrams one, because I do like how I feel, and then I do lift heavy. Heavy for me, not like heavy in general. Nah, it's the friend's fault for real. He told him to buy it and then got him killed. Oh, that's true.
Which doesn't necessarily sound that bad.
What's good,
That
Stepsy?
is, until you realize that one of those teaspoons was equivalent to 70 cans of Red Bull.
Oh, 70?
And he just gulped it down in one
I
sitting.
thought you said 40.
The man shot up awake in a cold sweat. Almost immediately, his body began revolting. His heart was pounding violently, his vision became blurry, and his chest began constricting as if an anaconda was wrapped around him.
My
He
God.
raced to the bathroom and began vomiting.
Appreciate the follow on
He
me.
had been overloaded with a stimulant so powerful that there was essentially nothing that could be done to stop it. Within seconds, he collapsed to the ground, hitting his head on the floor and going into cardiac arrest.
Oh my God.
Later on in the morning, his parents would find him cold on the floor and fall into a panic. They called 911 and paramedics rushed to his home, but there was nothing they could do. The cause of the tragedy was later revealed to be the simplicity of one mistake.
Wow.
The scoop he used to measure the caffeine powder was actually meant for protein,
What?
not for a fine, potent stimulant.
Wait.
This incident sparked up a huge controversy over the ethics of making something this dangerous as accessible as it was.
What?
Many argued that powders like these shouldn't be sold on shelves if such a tiny mistake could come with such a costly consequence.
No. Okay. Wait, chat. No. Question. In the container, did it come with its own scooper? Because if it did, that's basically telling you, hey, this is the scooper you use for this. You're not supposed to take the protein powder one, chat. You know how big that is? That's about the size of your forehead, bruh. Big ass scooper. You can't do that. I feel like that's just ignorance. I feel like you know what I'm saying? Like he just thought like, oh, I'm just gonna scoop this because I don't know what this is or something. Or nah, chat, don't do that. Now I don't even know whose fault this is, bro. It has to be his. Caffeine scoopers are like pinky toe sized. Yeah, because so obviously when you scoop, it has enough for what it tells you on the back. Every container has its own thing. Thank you.
Shouldn't be sold on shelves if such a tiny mistake could come with such a costly consequence. The death grip incident. The death grip is a risky form of holding a barbell. When you pick up the weight for bench press, instead of wrapping your thumb around the bar and securing it in place, some gym goers remove their thumbs and place them to the side.
Oh my God.
People say that this way of bench pressing helps them focus on pushing the weight more. Others claim that it makes their triceps activate. Nonetheless, it's a stylistic way of benching that is extremely dangerous.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie, I do the same thing. I don't do it a lot. I do it with lighter weight. So if I'm lifting 45 plates, yeah, because that's pretty light. That's usually like how I warm up. I do it like that where I don't squeeze the bar. I do this and let the bar rest on my palm so I could push up. I don't know. It's not even like a thoughtful thing. Like I don't think about doing it. I kind of just do it. But if it's heavier weight, yes.
And on a Monday, at a gym in Ankeny, Iowa, a 22-year-old student at Iowa State University would find this out the hard way. The weights clanged, the music thumped, and lifters pushed themselves through the grind. For this young man, the bench press was just another part of his normal routine. It was something that he had done countless times before. That day, he made sure to fully load the bar to 315 pounds in an attempt to beat his PR max.
What did I just say? Chat. This guy just loaded up 315. That's 345 plates on each side. Yeah, 315 open hand, exactly. So that's why I said I do open hand for lightweight. Because again, I don't know. It's just a thing to push faster. I don't freaking know. But whatever, I do it. This is crazy. He is a bugging, chat, bugging. And that's crazy that he's 22, it said. Basically, he's pretty young doing 315. That's impressive, but like, yo, you're wildin'.
Had done countless times before. That day, he made sure to fully load the bar to 315 pounds in an attempt to beat his PR max. With the plates 3 on each side, this was the kind of weight that demands respect. The man laid back and gripped the bar. But in order to really focus on doing his absolute best in this bench press, he switched his normal grip to a death grip, then unracked it. He took a deep breath, and for a moment, everything seemed normal. But before he could even attempt to bench the weight, in an instant, his grip gave way. The barbell slipped from his hands. The full 315 pounds came crashing down across his jaw, neck, and chest with unstoppable force. The sound echoed through the gym as lifters rushed toward him. Massive internal injuries were already done. His spotter and bystanders fought to pull the bar off, but the damage was irreversible. The man was rushed to the hospital, but despite everything doctors tried, he passed away from his injuries. His coach later said, "He was lifting weights, something I did with him 1,000 times." But that's the cruel truth of the bench press. It doesn't take recklessness, only a second of misfortune. I hit the gym frequently, and I won't lie, I usually find myself using a death grip whenever I'm doing bench press. But the truth is, no lift is worth your life.
That's true.
Always use a safe grip, have a spotter, and never gamble with 300 pounds of steel. The gym should build you up, not bury you. May this man's soul rest in peace.
That's an RIP, bro. That's really unfortunate, bro. 315 is very impressive. Obviously, he had a coach, and like he said, it's something that he's done numerous times before, but it was that one mistake, bro. That grip, you should not be doing that with heavyweight at all. Bro got death gripped by the death grip. I almost had the bar fall on me during bench presses in class. Yeah, do not do, bro, this heavyweight stuff, it's not, I fell victim to that. I fell victim to, like, obviously I wanted to hit PRs, right? Personal records. But then it got to a point that I asked myself, bro, what is the purpose of this? Yes, I know it was for myself, but because that's how I was lifting at the time, in my mind, I always thought like, damn, like for some reason, like these numbers mattered. But at the end, it really didn't. Was I proud of myself? Yeah. But it's not worth it. It's honestly not worth it. Physique is what looks good. If you can like show, because for a while I had strength, right? Which is good. So I could show that off at the gym. But my physique was a little off. Now I feel way better because my physique is better. And you can see that at the gym and outside the gym. And although I don't lift as much, I still look good, chat. You feel me? Let me see.
The dumbbell incident.
Chat, come on.
It was a late evening inside a small gym in Mattapalli, Telangana. The clients had finished their training, the weights were racked, and the silence was broken only by the clink of iron as a 34-year-old trainer and owner cleaned up his facility. But then, out of nowhere, the calm was shattered. 3 men walked into the facility, and for some odd reason, an argument broke about between the two parties. As the feud reached a boiling point, without warning, one of the men grabbed a heavy dumbbell and drove it into his face, instantly obliterating the man's head. The men began smashing the trainer's body with dumbbells, striking his chest again and again, with each blow being more devastating than the last. The trainer's body was left mangled on the ground, and the place that he had once built to help people improve their bodies and strength now became his final battleground. The assailants fled immediately after, but luckily they were caught by the gym's security camera as they disappeared into the night. The man was rushed to a nearby hospital, but the injuries were too severe. Doctors fought to save him, but he succumbed during treatment.
What did he
Investigators
do?
believe the motive may have been personal. A suspected love affair?
I don't know what it is, whatever it is, but it has to be personal, chat. How do you willingly, right, hit somebody? Maybe it's an impulse, maybe like you're angry and frustrated, so you swing. But he grabbed the dumbbell and then he swung. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to think about it. And he dead ass thought about it and said, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then everyone started doing the same. So this was intentional. This is what they wanted to do, bro. Yeah, something's going on.
Investigators believe the motive may have been personal, a suspected love affair, or twisted grudge. Something definitely not worth a human life.
Facts.
The tanning incident.
Oh, that's it?
On a quiet Friday evening, a 39-year-old Indianapolis man walked into a Planet Fitness on Hardigan Street. He checked in, went about his routine, and got ready to leave after finishing everything he needed to finish. But before he left, he decided to make a quick stop in the gym's tanning bed to give his skin a nice finish.
Oh,
It was quick. The man hopped into the tanning bed and was blasted by tanning.
Bro said Planet Fitness was his first mistake. Yeah, I agree. Also, this like tanning stuff is, I feel like it's always like a final destination thing, like something that's always in the back of your mind. Like, what if it doesn't open up, you know?
Lights for 10 minutes, left the gym, went back home, and slept happily ever after.
Oh.
Except that's not what happened.
Oh.
You see, the man's car was left parked in the gym's lot. It never left. And his family became extremely worried when he didn't return home for a day. One day turned into 3 days. And before you knew it, the truth finally came out.
He's still in there?
The man struggled with an addiction that I can't mention on YouTube. It's speculated that the man had consumed some of the substance before slipping into the tanning bed. And while the machine tanned his skin, he quickly realized that he had consumed too much of the illegal substance. He began convulsing while trying to escape the tanning bed, but it would be to no avail. For 3, whole days. The man would remain stuck inside with his body trapping the energy from the device's UV lights, causing him to become disfigured.
What?
Finally, a staff member of the Planet Fitness discovered his body locked inside of the tanning bed. He had been there since Friday, alone, silent, and hidden in plain sight.
What?
Authorities were immediately...
Hello? Hello? I feel like, should it not be a routine check before closing? In general, like, no way, I'm confused. I'm confused. Shouldn't there be somebody, yeah, before the closing shift or something, like just checking, make sure everything's good? Maybe the cleaning person, you know, like, should that, I feel like that should have been unavoidable. At least the 3-day thing. Him dying, I don't know, because again, he took some sort of substance. I don't know what the science there is, but you feel what I'm saying? Like, what?
Been there since Friday, alone, silent, and hidden in plain sight. Authorities were immediately called when they found him, and by the time police and investigators pieced it together, questions were everywhere. Why did it take so long for someone to find him?
Thank you.
Why did no alarms go off? And was it really just the substance he consumed that caused him to become stuck in the tanning bed? His mother later confirmed he had been struggling with an addiction, but she still remembered him as the kindest person with the softest heart. The gym is where you shape yourself into the best version of who you can be. It's a place that builds not only strength, but also health and happiness. But none of that matters without safety. Safety always comes first.
Yeah.
Train with a spotter when you can. Pay attention to your muscles and joints if they warn you to slow down.
True.
And never load more weight than you're truly ready to handle.
True.
With that being said, have a happy day.
Ah, yes. Cute animal at the end. 3 days is, yeah, diabolical, bro. And that too, wait, that's a good question. What about the smell? What about closing shift, morning shift? What about were there other tanning beds? Why were those opened and why was this one closed? Or was it just one tanning bed? Did nobody want to go there? You know what I'm saying? Like, why so much? Are we serious right now? The cause of death was later determined to be an accidental overdose of... Oh, I see. Bro really got turned into an alien. I see. He had a history of drug use with the needles. I see. The machine would not contain the smell. The smell isn't trapped. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that was weird. But hey, W video, bro. A talking hat. Genuinely, like, really love watching these videos.